Okay, hello everybody, my name is MrGamingGuitarist, and if you are watching this because I told you to watch this from my direct previous video, which was The Evil Within is locked at 30 frames per second on all platforms, this video will relate directly to that. So I already made a video at 3:55 a.m. talking about Assassin's Creed Unity being stuck at 900p on both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and all the myths and controversies and speculations and conspiracy theories that have been coming out onto why Unity is at 30 frames per second. Why Unity is at 900p. Well, okay, so later on they said that it's at 30. So they had a producer, not a producer, a level designer, I believe, talk about why Assassin's Creed Unity will be locked at 30 frames per second. And I forget the guy's name, but one of the level designers, that's who he was. I don't know if he's the lead level designer, but from what I know, he said that Assassin's Creed Unity will be locked at 30 frames per second. And you know, like I said in my previous video, 30 frames per second is not a deal breaker for me. However, they started to say something that grinds my gears and brings my piss to a boil. They said this. They said it's at 30 frames per second because it gives a more cinematic look, and 60 FPS is, and they said things along the lines of 60 FPS is not necessary and it's too hard. And you know what I have to say about that? Bull motherfucking shit. Because, here we go, I hate it when they say pass off the 38 frames per second because it looks better, because it looks like a fucking movie. Like, fuck that, okay? Here's the thing. I'm playing a game, not watching a movie, okay? And the thing is, games with fast-paced action, you know, Assassin's Creed Unity, you know, you're moving, you're fighting lots of people, you're trying to sneak around, you're trying to keep track of enemies, and of course, I know that most of the combat in Assassin's Creed is you hit counter and you wait for a group of people, one guy at a time, which is stupid, I should tell you, to just keep hitting you, and then you just press square to fucking attack them, and whatever. I know it's boring, outdated, and they need a serious overhaul in their combat system, and they need to take a page from Shadow of Mordor and Arkham Asylum. Okay, rant over about Assassin's Creed's combat, but anyway, the point is, I'm sick of that excuse, because we all know the reason why they're saying why AC Unity is locked at 30 frames per second is because of the game. It's because the PS4 and Xbox One just can't handle that graphical detail and having those, what almost seems like thousands of NPCs. Like it, and I really like that from all the gameplay videos I've seen. It looks like there are huge crowds, because if there's one thing I've noticed in the previous generation of consoles is that they weren't really good at shadows, and they weren't really good at coming up with large crowds. And, you know, I like that it seems like there's a huge crowd of people just, they're all doing their own thing. I like that. And, you know, if it needs to be locked at 30 frames per second in order to get that, okay. However, don't give the excuse that because it looks cinematic. Because we all know that it's because of system limitations. They're not, these two consoles are not as powerful as all the stupid arguing fanboys think they really are, okay? And that's why. It just can't handle it. You know, I wish that game developers could be way more honest, brutal honesty. However, of course, we all know that the publishers giving them the money to make these games won't allow that to happen, even though I wish they would, because I appreciate the truth than trying to hide stuff up because of marketing and fuck you because of money reasons. So, yeah. You know, same thing with the Order 1886, you know, one of the developers said, oh, it's at 30 frames because it's more cinematic. I fucking hate it when they say that. But anyways, so yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. So please like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Please leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and please subscribe to my videos if you want to see more of my videos. I would very much appreciate it. It would really help me out, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.